Welcome back to the allotment. I just wanted to do a little update as our first seedlings have come up. This here is my little chard patch. I think since last time, it was in the last video, but since I planted it, I've added this tunnel just because it was spare, and I felt that it would help with any blackbirds, scratching about, and also just keep a little bit of heat in to sort of prompt things along a little bit. But as you can see, we have chard just here. So this is the Ford, I think it's Ford Hook Giant, this one. And there's quite a few, I think I did four rows in here. Yeah, lots of it's coming up. There's the odd weed as well. These are weeds, but you can see that there and that there. That's all the right stuff. So yeah, that's really good because that wasn't that long ago that I planted that, and that's all looking very happy. So as I said, 4 rows, and then this is about 2 metres long, so there should be plenty of it. And I think it said on the packet that it gets up to, I think it was 60 centimetres high or so. So should be quite impressive. And I think I will try and let it get to full size rather than pick leaves off as we go. Yeah, that's the chard, so that's looking really good. This is the lettuce patch. I did a video on this, and we've also got some come up here as well. So as you can see, that's lettuce. So is that. It's all looking very good. I'm trying to remember which way round I did it now. The first 3 rows over here were the, I don't know if it was Sweet Gem or Little Gem. That was the one, Little Gem. So those seem to have been a bit slower. They are coming up. You can see they are coming up, but they seem to have been slower than the other ones. These 3 rows here were a sort of a looser type of lettuce, and you can see they're doing a bit better. Well, at least they're further ahead anyway. And then the furthest 3 rows, which is the first ones I showed you actually, were the mixed bag, and you can see we've got red ones, green ones, all sorts, and they're doing really well as well. That was the newest packet, so the others were still in date, but obviously the newer the better. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with that, because we've had lots is coming up, and not too many weeds. But they're all in rows, and I've got a hoe over there, so we can do some weeding with that as we go along. I think while we're here, I will update you on the rhubarb patch, which, as you can see, is looking rather happy. What I've come to realise is, I think, because I was wondering why some rhubarbs are a bit sort of weedy looking and others have the thicker stems. This little clump here was already here. I haven't moved this. All the little ones, as you know, were my bits that I'd moved from where the path was. But what I'm coming to theorise is that it's mostly just the amount of water available to them that causes them to have either weedy little stems or thick chunky ones. In the garden at home, it's quite a clay soil, which obviously holds onto a lot of water, and there's a drain pipe right next to where that area is, so it stays really moist. Whereas here at the allotment, it's a lot more, I don't actually know the name of the soil, but it's a lot more sort of, I mean, you can see it, it's a lot more sort of not granular, but a lot more free moving. It's lovely soil, but it just doesn't hold the water to the same extent, and I think that's why the ones that people have got here tend to be on the sort of smaller, thinner side. So yes, my plan therefore is to try and get as much organic matter onto this patch as I can. So once it's grown up a bit, and once it's sort of once the sort of leaves are all off the floor, I'm going to just add in as many wood chips as I can underneath without smothering it, so that they can over time break down and really add to the organic matter there. We'll obviously have to therefore do more fertiliser, but we'll wait for the winter to do that. But yeah, just planning on getting as many wood chips down as I can, just to boost that organic matter content, to get the moisture up, because we want thriving, nice chunky rhubarb patch there. I think that's all that's come up so far. My experiment of the expired seeds for it was pumpkins and sweet corns and sunflowers, I think a couple of the sunflowers have come up, but nothing else so far. Yeah, so there's one of the sunflowers that's come up. There was a whole packet in this little section. There's a couple more here, so they look like they've had at least some success. I can see a few more scattered about. Nothing from the pumpkins or the sweet corn just yet, although it hasn't been a huge amount of time. But there's nothing that I can see there that looks like either of those. But I will obviously keep an eye and keep it updated. Yes, last little bit is we did the Tesco bird seed, which was this patch here. Lots of things growing. I have no idea what any of the things in the bird seed are supposed to look like, other than the sunflowers. So I'm not sure if the stuff that's growing here is, whether any of it is that, or whether it's all just weeds. But we'll just let it be and see what happens. I'm just trying to see if I can see any sunflowers here, because they're the one thing that I know what they look like out of what was in there, because there's all sorts of things. I mean, some of it was just wheat, which will look like grass, but it's hard to know if that's, is that a sprouting wheat or is it just a piece of grass? At this stage, it's, I would say, almost impossible to tell. But anyway, I will do more update videos as we go. But I just thought I would do a first one for the first things that have come up. Yeah, I'll catch you in the next one.